Your Excellency, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, are you listening? If you are listening, please open both your ears and listen very carefully. I don't belong to any of the political parties. I love my country and I am a nationalist. I have become a great admirer of you after listening to all your speeches. And I know you have a vision to lift my country, the land of my birth, from the slumber that we go through. My dear Narendra Bhai, may I address you that way? I have spent good many years in Gujarat, where my father has left a good name in Gujarat. My brother has left a good name in Gujarat. I have left a good name in Gujarat. Almost more than 30 years we spent there in Ahmedabad, Sabarmati and Ahmedabad. We have lots of Gujarati friends. And I can still sing in Gujarati, particularly the Garbas. Kammamara Nandajina Lal Murli Kare Wagade. Loving greetings. This letter was written to you, sir, on 7th of May 2014. Loving greetings. To understand a human, one needs a human's heart. And not many of us are blessed with one. Albert Jossy Rego. I wrote this in 1986 in Kuwait. My dear Narendra Bhai, my name is Albert Jossy Rego, very well known in my own humble rights around the world. Please Google my name. With all this, there is something in common in both of us, and that is thinking. Though I was born in Mangalore, Karnataka, in a well-to-do family, my father was no nonsense man where discipline was concerned. And hence, I ran away from my home in Bombay to Ahmedabad, where I had to spend my early teenage years working with the Western Railways in Sabarmati, Ahmedabad Electrical Company, known as AE Company, which was built by my father, the older station particularly, late Mr. Peter X. Rego for Gammon, India. Once again, the Nehru Bridge on Sabarmati River was also built by him. He was there for 13 and a half years. Then my brother, a mechanical engineer, served in AE Company for about 12 years. And I worked in the same company for about 5 years till I left for Kuwait as an engineer for the Ministry of Electricity and Water, Government of Kuwait. You had sold tea at railway stations, which I am aware of. I might have even shared that tea served by you with my friends. Whereas I had handled coal plants, fired coal into the boilers, and swept the entire floors of the boiler house, slide the clinkers in the coal-fired boilers, etc., which has made me a tough man mentally and physically. And at 74, I have yet to meet a man who could really shake my hand. That was my life. I went through real tough life, which has made me mentally and physically very strong. I'm a proud Indian to the core. A man who thrashed two tough Arabs single-handedly on the 28th of September 1974 in Kuwait. One was half size bigger than me and the other slightly taller. One lost his 3 teeth, the other got a broken jaw. The police officer there could not believe that I was an Indian and asked me, "How can you be an Indian?" Because every Indian will come crying and complain, whereas you. And what is the reason? How could you manage these two people? Sir, they abused my Prime Minister and I could not accept it. Generally, we avoid casting our vote because in India, whether Ram rules or Ravana, a Dhobi will always remain a Dhobi. I am quite an influential man in my humble rights. I and my family and at least another 200 plus relatives and friends of mine, I voted for BJP. Yes, I swear on my mother's milk. Mr. Modi, I personally needed a change from the slumberness we have been going through. All the promises and the scams and scams and scams, day in, day out. You open any newspaper, the scam. You open any book, there is scam. Switch on any TV, there is scam. Then whom to believe? हिंदी में कहवाते अगर खेत में चावल डालेगा गेहूं नहीं निकलेगा, चावल ही निकलेगा. I had forecasted this much before you came into power. I have said in my letter, you will be the Prime Minister. Your party will win with majority, and it has come true. But your first duty is to get rid of about 40 million Bangladeshis and Nepalis, for they do not belong to our country. Most of them are here to destroy the nation. They are the spies and paid agents of Pakistan and China. Even the best police officers would not be able to recognize a Bangladeshi or a Nepali, but I can. I can understand their language. I know their behavior. But who are the agents to recruit them and bring them across the borders? They have not come here through the Pakistanis. They have come into the country through our own Indian cutthroaters. They are the greatest enemies of our country. These people who recruit these people, the Bangladeshis and the Nepalis, they fish them across the border, are responsible. Modi Saab, are you listening to me? Get rid of them first. We need good neighbors. I extend my hand of friendship, yes, but I cannot extend my hand of friendship to a clenched fist. You come up the way, I go up the way. If you say one hello to me, I will give you two hellos. If you point out one finger towards me, I'll point out two fingers. That's my nature, because I don't live in Jesus Christ's era or Mahatma Gandhi's era. I live in a different era. Today, if I have to survive, I have to stand up on my own. I can't depend on another man for my survival. And this has been my life throughout, fearless. Now let's talk about Pakistan and China. They are our neighbors. And how to deal with them. Wear the gloves, not stuffed with cotton waste and coir, instead filled with sand. Extend them the hands of friendship, for we have to live with them forever, but not at the cost of our nation, India. If I'm in your place, an eye for eye, a tooth for tooth, and a hand for hand, and that is what the present world respects. When I was a small boy, I still recollect the words of Mao Zedong, the chairman of China, who built up China to what she is today. Chairman Mao Zedong had said, power comes from the barrel of a gun. And our wonderful late Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru said, butter before the gun. We neither got butter nor a gun. And China today bullies every country and all their neighbors, from Vietnam to Philippines, from Philippines to Japan, from Japan to other countries in their surroundings, including Indonesia and India. What are we waiting for? Get rid of caste system in India. No minority, no scheduled caste or creed. For we'll only create a lazy society. The so-called, the scheduled caste people, they have been given lots of land, lots of privileges, lots of facilities. But you have made them lazy because nobody works, because they got everything free. My friend, when grapes are offered free on a platter, they turn sour. Whereas when you buy grapes, you pay from your own pocket. Then even if they are sour, you will eat and finish them because you have paid money for them. Let ex-army Jawan settle in Kashmir. Knock out the Article 370 once and for all. Remember, if we have to die for a cause, we are ready for it. For we'll love India, the land of our birth. For your Prime Ministerial inauguration, please do remember to extend me an invite. And I will be there by you in New Delhi to salute my national flag at Rashtrapati Bhavan and say Jana Gana Mana. मेरे देश की धरती सोना उगले, उगले हीरे मोती, मेरे देश की धरती. Dated 7/5/2014. Jai Hind. Since I have not received any acknowledgement, let me remind you. Your Excellency, Mr. Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India, New Delhi. This letter is dated on 4/10/2014. Today is my eldest daughter's birthday. She is 49 today. Carol, wherever you may be, if you are listening to me, please open your both ears and be quiet for a while and listen to this. This is offered to you. Your Excellency, Narendra Bhai, this is my very humble and second personal letter to your good self. Yes, sir, you surely owe me a gentleman's apology, for you have failed to acknowledge my letters of 5/5/2014, the email and the fax, and again the letter of 7/5/2014 sent by speed post. I do understand very well that it is beyond your human capacity to acknowledge thousands of letters and emails that you get each day. Personally, for that matter, any of our Prime Minister of India, because of the very tight schedule you have to be in. Let us not make it an excuse that we Indians are very famous for, as you have PROs, secretaries, PAs, etc., to look into the such matters, and hence, before I go to the media, I felt I must give one more try. As I feel that my letter to you was very special, where I have clearly said that your party, BJP, would win the general election with a wide margin and you would be the Prime Minister of my beloved India. Yes, my letter had a very special aroma and taste. A copy is enclosed herewith. As an elderly man of 74 years of age, burning midnight candles before and after the election, and especially of your recent visit to USA for 5 days, where I followed your every move from the day one. Narendra Bhai, you have simply elevated my spirits with your electrifying speech.